Here are things that I wish someone told me when I first started calisthenics. Look at me, 4 years in now, and I am just now starting to understand certain things about calisthenics. Essentially, this will be a touch point on my journey from scratch, just things that I wish someone would have told me when I first started my journey of calisthenics. If you're someone that is interested in doing calisthenics, this video is for you. One thing that I wish somebody would have told me starting off in calisthenics was essentially to start mobility a lot sooner. Mobility really helped me and it took me to a different stage of my journey. When I effectively and intentionally incorporated mobility, I feel like though that right there really helped me propel my growth in calisthenics. So originally when I started this journey, I was doing mobility maybe 5-10 minutes, but now I have an isolated few days out the week that I focus on mobility, from arm mobility, wrist mobility, leg mobility, you name it. I could spend on my mobility days is anywhere between 20-30 minutes. That has really shaped my ability to adapt, to do different things, because your body, when it pertains to calisthenics, is going to be doing a lot of is going to be doing a lot of rigorous training and a lot of difficult movements, and your body may not be used to moving in those directions. So I just feel like mobility and calisthenics really go hand in hand. So I would encourage you to start incorporating mobility a lot faster, a lot sooner. Especially like I'm in my 30s and I strongly believe if you don't use it, you lose it. And when I started to use mobility, it has really helped me out so much as being a person who was very active when I was younger, dancing, name it, sports. I didn't really keep up with all of that as I got older. So certain parts were more stiff than others, but I'm telling you right now, I will lock in on mobility sooner than later. When I just think about mobility and the things that it's helped me do, front splits, side splits, my leg game, like hip flexors. If you're trying to learn how to do a pistol squat or a dragon squat, your hip flexors is going to be key in learning those things. Ankle strength. You need to have good ankle mobility. And then when you start talking about going to different levels into like leg workouts, yeah, you're gonna have to have the flexibility and mobility to do that. Start implementing that. That will really help you along your journey. So that is something that I really wish I would have done a lot sooner. The second thing that I would say that I wish that I knew a lot sooner is I wish I didn't overwork specific training or specific techniques. For instance, in my process, in my time of first understanding how to do a handstand, I was training handstands every single day. And it wasn't allowing my wrist to get the healing and get the recovery that it needed. And it honestly stunted my ability to really progress in it. So now I've dropped down to maybe once or twice a week, but eventually I'm going to just start doing it less than that, just because my wrist, where I am in my journey, my wrist is going to need better healing, better time to kind of. So I would definitely tell you, doesn't matter what technique it is that you're trying to learn how to don't overdo it. Trust your body. Your body does tell you when you're overdoing it. Like my wrist was feeling it. Like I just thought that was like I guess say like muscle growth feeling, but no, my wrist wasn't able to really adapt as fast because I'm trying to hold my whole body up with just my hands. So it's a lot. So I would definitely say don't overtrain your body. Trust your process. I would tell you to pace when you're first getting into calisthenics. Pace yourself. If you could only work out once or twice a week, let that be so. Don't let anyone talking to thinking that you have to train for X amount of time, whatever it is, to actually become a expert and master these techniques. It's going to take you about 7 to 10 years to master every component of calisthenics, and depends on the leveling of calisthenics you want to do. I don't foresee me doing some of those acrobatic type things. I am more surface, I guess to say. I'm not thrilled to flip and turn on a bar. It's not for me. So, but it just depends on like your level of what it is you want to do. But on the flip side, I've been able to, like, based on learning this, I've been able to take my leg progression so much further because I've paced myself and I've challenged myself enough to know my body well enough that after a while I was been able to kind of adapt myself. The third thing that I wish that I knew a lot sooner was the basics, the boring things. learning and perfecting the fundamentals. I remember looking back, like that part out. But looking back, I felt like I was doing a lot of repetitive things, but didn't understand really what that was doing for my body, for my training, and things like that. So I was doing a lot of the same mobility stretches, the same workouts to perfect my handstand, the same leg workouts to perfect my pistol squats to get better at that. But I didn't understand how much compounding that was doing to my body, because now, because I mastered those things, for instance, even think about hand like push-ups. I feel like when I started to focus in on like the basics of push-ups, like I personally started off with learning different variations of push-ups, pipe push-ups, diamond push-ups, one arm push-ups, archer push-ups, wide grip push-ups. I shouldn't say wide grip, but wide push-ups. Just all the different variations of push-up, explosive push-ups. Those things really helped me when it came to me learning things on the bars. Even for instance, like I remember there was a time when I was trying to hold myself with just one hand on the bar, like one hand dead man hand hold, and I couldn't really do it for longer than a couple seconds. But once I started like pushing myself when it comes to like my push-ups, because like now anytime I do a chest day, I try to hit over 100 push-ups every time. But with me doing that, it has really helped my upper body. So now I can naturally just hold myself with one hand on the bar. And let me throw this disclaimer out there to you guys. I am not one of those guys who learns the names or terminologies of skills. Like that's not, they don't resonate in my mind like that super easy. Um, so typically I know a movement and things like that, and I may use the incorrect terminology of whatever it is that we're supposed to have. But I know how to do those things. So I just want to throw a disclaimer out there because I don't want nobody coming for me in the comments saying that I didn't say something correctly. Anyways, but I would definitely just say like learning those fundamentals and embracing the boring, mundane routines will change your trajectory of your fitness. So sometimes less is more and it's better. So I would just encourage you to embrace those boring, repetitive routines. The next thing, which I believe this takes us to step number 5, or thing number 5 that I think I knew a lot sooner before starting calisthenics. I was an individual who bought a course. Did I think it was beneficial? Yes, but did I necessarily need it? No. So I would encourage you to just leverage YouTube, because I have learned from several different people. One person wasn't able to teach me everything I know now. I had to watch different creators on YouTube to help me understand how to get the fundamentals, how to get certain things down, because certain people can explain different things better. So you have to figure out who those individuals are for you, but I would encourage you not to buy a course. I mean, you can, cool, whatever. Just make sure the quality is there, and make sure that it really makes sense for you, because honestly, you can get what you need from YouTube. If you want pointers, you need some questions, you want to know how to do something, let me know. I can make a video over it. But I'm not a person who thinks that it's beneficial or worthwhile to buy a course. Because when I look back, I never even finished half of the things he did in that particular course. Not because his information wasn't great, but certain things he was teaching didn't click with me until I watched someone else. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So like all of our body structures are slightly different. And so we have to understand what works for our body. And that goes back into like trusting your body and understanding those things. There's so much information on YouTube now that you can learn it for free, and ask Claude or ChatGPT, whatever AI agent you use, ask it to help you build out a routine. Let it know what your schedule is, what it is you're trying to do right. My last and final thing I would say is number 6 is giving yourself grace on this journey. But just the mental agility and just the physical adjustment you have to do, because calisthenics is nothing. I am almost 4 years in. I still have a long way to go. Legs is my strong suit. I love leg workout. I would tell you that give yourself grace. Understand it's a process. It's a mental process. For me, I can't speak for everybody else. It's not about like my confidence and all that stuff. For me personally, I think calisthenics is one of the best workouts. Like, I was never an individual who enjoyed like weightlifting. It never really suited me. It's just not my style, not really there for it. So I did it because that was the only thing I knew at the time. And then I started doing weight body training. And then calisthenics really was like that sweet spot for me. I think it gives you the best of both worlds. And then when you incorporate flexibility and mobility to it, I just think it's enjoyable stuff. So I would just say to you, give yourself grace. Understand that my time frame may not be your time frame or the next person's time frame, but just keep your head up and know that you're able to do this. I think, once again, fitness is for everyone. And I believe that for me, it helps me center myself and really, I don't know, it's just mentally good for myself. Like, it helps me decompress. It helps me set the tone for my day. It's like spending time with God, but just in a different component, if that makes sense. It's one of those things that I have built a habit around, that it really helps me kind of decompress. If I feel stressed, I can go work out. But yeah, that's what I would say to you. Give yourself grace. Just to kind of wrap all this up, is that we all start from somewhere. I'm at 4 years. You may be at a month. You may not even start your journey. Calisthenics may not even be for you. But just start the journey. Give yourself grace. Understand that you are able to do it. When it comes to my own personal journey, I have so many different things that I can do now that I look back 4 years ago that I wasn't able to do. And it's crazy to think about like how much strength I have and how much my hard work has paid off, because there was times when I was helping someone move and I didn't realize my strength where it was until I started moving stuff. I was like, oh, wow, okay. But it's in those moments that you realize that your hard work pays off. If I knew these 6 things, they would have helped me out a lot sooner, and I would have been able to adapt and adjust to them, to calisthenics a lot faster. I hope that this resonates with you. If you want to see some videos about some fitness videos or just a certain topic, please comment down below. If you're going to try out any of these things, or if you're planning on doing calisthenics, please comment down below. Like, share, subscribe. Till next time, be blessed, be strong, and know that God loves you, and so do I.